Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we're going to be taking a look at gaming on the OnePlus 6. Now for this we have the Avengers edition of the OnePlus 6 and we're going to be gaming on it for about 1 hour, and we're going to play 4 games on it for about 15 minutes each, which is PUBG, Asphalt, Injustice 2 and Dead Trigger 2, catering to the various genres. We're also going to talk about how much battery went down during these games and of course the temperature with our trusted heat gun. We are also going to talk about gaming mode a little bit on this phone, what it is and what it does for you. So let's begin. With game mode. To manage game mode, go to the settings, go down to advanced and click on game mode at the bottom. Here you can see all the options that you can toggle in game mode, be it answering calls via the speaker, auto block notifications and more. You can also manually add apps at the bottom so that game mode will kick in when you launch these apps. The first game that we are playing is Asphalt 9, the latest entry in the franchise. We played the game for about 15 minutes and as you can see, it worked very well with no lags or shutters whatsoever. After playing for about 15 minutes, we saw a drop in battery of about 6% from 96% to 90%. The temperature of the smartphone rose from 30 degrees Celsius to about 37 degrees Celsius. Next up, we played Injustice 2. The game loaded up fast enough, but with some network connections which made the load times a little more. During our 15-minute battle, we realized that we aren't that great at the game, but we still managed to succeed. At the end of 15 minutes, we were left with 86% battery and the phone's temperature was about 36 degrees. For the first-person lover in us, we played Dead Trigger 2. Battling zombies on the phone was an absolute treat. The game ran smooth as ever with swift load times and smooth gameplay. No complaints here. Switching weapons and getting headshots was a lot of fun. At the end of our 15 minutes with Dead Trigger 2, the phone was approximately at about 34 degrees Celsius and we had about 82% battery left. Last but not least, we played PUBG. The game was set to the highest graphical settings available and we played the game for about 15 minutes, which wasn't a complete match. At the end of 15 minutes, we realized that the phone was a little warm, touching about 39 degrees Celsius, and the battery dropped all the way to 75%. So to conclude, we'd like to say that after about an hour of gaming where the brightness was about 60 to 70% on the phone and the audio was set to about 30% with game mode on, we didn't receive any calls during this process, got a few WhatsApp notifications and emails in the background, and the smartphone lost about 20 to 25% of battery, which really isn't bad for about an hour of gaming. All the games ran very smoothly, the loading times were minimal, with the only exception being the fact when the game needed to connect to the network to load certain features, which is when it took time based on our 4G and Wi-Fi connectivity at the time. So yeah, I mean the OnePlus 6 is running on state-of-the-art hardware. It has a Snapdragon 845, so you shouldn't have any worries about playing the graphically heavy games on this device.